Welcome to another episode of the Laura the Library Lady podcast, a production of the Massillon Public Library.
Hi, it's Laura the Library Lady coming to you from the Massillon Public Library here in downtown Massillon, Ohio. And with me today is a very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself and your business?
Sure. My name is Sandy Dahl, and I'm with Social at the Stonehouse down the road in Massillon.
Welcome, Sandy. Thanks for being here. I'd like to hear about your background and where you're from.
Okay. Well, I am born and raised in the Cleveland area, and I've been down here for about 26 years. I'm married to my husband, Jeff. We have 2 children. My son, Nick, is grown, and our daughter, Chloe, she is 20 years old, and she's a junior at Miami University in Oxford, and we live over in Lake Cable in Jackson Township.
Okay. Well, since this is a Massillon podcast, what's your connection to Massillon?
Well, my connection to Massillon is my husband, who is born and raised here in the Massillon area, and he does a lot of renovations and things in the area, and we purchased the old stone house that houses the restaurant back in 2002, in the early 2000s, from an older couple, and he renovated it, and I kind of swooped in and went from there. So that's my Massillon connection.
Awesome. And then how did you decide to start the restaurant?
Well, we had a liquor license that needed a home at that time, and like I said, I'm from the Cleveland area, and when I moved down here, I really didn't have any friends, so I tried to get involved in the community to meet some people, and so I got really involved with my son's school. He went to St. Joan of Arc at the time. I got involved with Altman Women's Board, and I would have some fundraisers and charity events at the Stonehouse, and people always asked me, "Oh, this is such a great venue. Do you rent it out for anything?" And at that time we didn't. So it kind of was just a good transition when the liquor license was coming due. I thought, well, I'm just going to open up an event center. And so that's how that started. I was open for a year, and then the pandemic hit and shut everything down. So at that time, I had a lot of time on my hands, and I get bored easily. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to pivot this into a full-service restaurant. And I took that time to invite my friends and family over to taste test restaurant recipes, and I put together a menu, and I put together a team, and then July 16th of 2021, I opened up Social at the Stonehouse as a restaurant.
That's so cool. And I know people were always kind of curious when they would see special events going on there. It would be like, ooh, look, there's a party going on. All the lights are on at the Stonehouse. And a lot of people remembered it from previous owners who had an antique shop in there and the dentist's office. So can you go into any of the history of the house?
Well, I tried to put together as much of the history as I could to put a brochure together, because a lot of my customers, they're always intrigued over the history of the building. I know it was built back in the 1800s, 1880s, I believe, and it was home to a lot of different families. It was a business at one time. Like you said, in the 1970s, Dr. Lauster was the local dentist, and I believe he invented the pearl
drops
for all of those people who remember that.
I do remember that, and he was my dentist as well.
Yes. So, so that's, like I said, then the couple that we bought the house from, I believe, were the owners right after the dentist, and it was an older couple, and they were wanting to downsize, so we bought the house back then. So,
and obviously, it's a stone home made out of
sandstone. I guess back in the day, that's what they made the old houses from. So it's local sandstone, and 3 stories plus a basement. The 3rd floor is kind of like a ballroom and kind of like a speakeasy vibe, and
it's beautiful. If people haven't been in it, I would sure encourage them to come, and probably may have to make a reservation.
Mostly on the weekends. Yes. Reservations are suggested. So,
but it's very beautiful, Victorian style, and everything's just really tasteful. And I know your menu is really upscale and very nice. So if people want something special, I think they should come see you. But there's a little bit of a true crime thing that I know a lot of people ask about. So back in, you said 1974, I believe there was.
Yes. So back in so I'm also a crazy Halloween person. So actually, the years when my husband was taking to renovate the building, I kind of swooped in and had some crazy Halloween parties
I
there.
may have seen some plastic skeletons in the windows.
Yes, you may have. You may have heard the stories from local people. But anyways, so I've had ghost investigators there too and everything because I kept hearing that it was haunted. So I kind of wanted to hear the history, find out the history. So I did find out, believe it was in 1974, when it was a dentist office, there was an estranged couple. The wife was a dental assistant at the dentist office, and her estranged husband went to her home, I believe shot and killed either the mother or the sister, came to the dentist office, shot his estranged wife. She lived, and then he went downstairs to the first floor and he shot and killed himself. So
that's the
tale.
Oh my goodness. And you said you've got all the articles from the newspaper back then and everything.
I do.
So anybody who wants to research that, they could actually come to the library and look for newspaper articles too.
Or do a little ghost investigating.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you were putting together a team. Do you have a very large team? What do you like to do, and how well do you work together?
Well, I have a fabulous executive chef, Jeff Herman, and he has been with me from the very beginning when it was
that's awesome.
an event center. I couldn't do all the things I do without him. We've worked great together. We get each other and know how we work. I have a great right-hand woman, Ashley Prine. She's my manager. She keeps things in check, helps me brainstorm on new things. I currently have about a staff of 30 people.
Oh, my goodness.
From front house to back of house, and I call them my little restaurant family. And, there are a lot of personalities, but for the most part, we all get along great.
Sure. Oh, that's great. So what challenges have you faced developing this business?
Well, challenges, obviously. Coming off of COVID,
Sure.
Everybody's like, what is wrong with you? But I'm like, why not? I love to entertain. I love to have parties. I thought it was a good transition for me, my creative outlet. Staffing's always an issue. Keeping good people, training, navigating personalities is always a challenge. Keeping customers happy and things like that. Basic challenges. Food costs are always fluctuating, so that's always a thing too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think everybody's unique and everybody's different, so it sounds like you recognize that, and that probably makes for a really good restaurant family.
Right. It's always interesting.
What's your definition of success?
Definition of success. I feel like back when I started this, I couldn't believe when I would see people come once, twice, 3 times, and I'm like, wow, they liked it, and they came back, and to me that was success. Helping people make memories and spending those special moments with them. I put myself out of my comfort zone, challenging myself, so to me that's my personal success, things like that.
That's great. That's very inspirational that you would feel like that. It's awesome. How about any memorable moments or funny things that have happened?
Well, like I said, memorable moments really are the big things. Like, we've had several weddings there, and
oh, wow.
Just, to me, that's a big deal. I'm like, wow, you want to have your wedding here? One great time, they enjoyed my vision as far as the Halloween. There's like little skulls here and there, so that was their vibe. They wanted to have like a Halloween-esque wedding up on the 3rd floor, and it was gorgeous. So those are the memories that I like to keep.
And I'm curious about your patio. I've never been on your patio. What's that like?
So the patio came maybe 1 or 2 years after, and I just remember reading in the repository, and they would show the top patios in the area, and I'm like, someday I want to be in that article, and I want to be one of the top patios. So finally got into that issue maybe a year ago, but that's kind of like, I like to say it's a mix of the Garden of Eden and Alice in Wonderland. It's just a really cool place to be outside, and you don't even know that you're in the city. It's surrounded by beautiful bushes, and there's a water feature fountain out back. It's dog friendly, pet friendly. You can bring your dogs out there.
Oh my goodness.
And there's a fire pit and a cigar area, and it's just kind of whimsical.
And I think you have nice lights swirling along.
Cafe
I know
lights.
You can see those from the street.
Tones. That's the
But you don't even know you're on Lincoln Way then.
No,
right?
you sure don't.
Ooh, nice. All right. Have you achieved anything special or received any awards or milestones? I see her nodding her head.
Yes, I'm very grateful to the community for sure for supporting my venue and my vision. Actually, we won Business of the Year was awarded by Mayor Kathy Catazaro Perry. That was the first award. Then I was third for Best New Restaurant in Akron Life magazine.
Wow.
I received Open Table Diners Choice Award in 2022, 23, 24, and 25.
Oh, my goodness.
And then just recently was the one I'm most proud of. In February, received one of 44 restaurants, top restaurants of the year 2025 in USA Today.
Oh, my goodness.
So that was thrilling. I'm still walking on clouds. So thank you.
What kinds of things are on your menu?
Oh my gosh. So that's my most fun thing, especially when I'm planning a dinner party. I love to come up with a menu. So was the same way for me. I love to travel. I like to bring some ideas back to town.
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's an eclectic fusion menu. It's kind of like a little Italian, Asian, all different kinds of food, small plates, salads, flatbreads, main courses, just something for everyone. I'm gluten-free lifestyle, so there's a lot of things for gluten-free people, vegan. My son is vegan, vegetarian, so something for everybody. It's important to me to offer.
That's wonderful. All right. Anything coming up that you're excited about? Anything new on the horizon?
Well, we're finishing off our spectacular patio season. It was so much fun. Had live entertainment on Thursdays through September. We're gearing up for the holidays. I personally decorate the whole building. I have 13 Christmas trees, so people are already calling to book their holiday parties. So that's always an exciting time for all of us there at the restaurant.
I'm sure that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. How do you handle decorating all of that yourself?
I know, and then I have to go home and do it.
Oh, so my goodness.
I do wrangle some friends to come with me, and I'll feed them and water them. But
well, that makes it all fun, right?
Exactly.
Do you have any advice for people interested in starting a business or looking for a career?
Oh, like I said, I've totally put myself out of my comfort zone doing this. I've got a vision board at home, and I have things that say, be scared, do it anyways. That's a good thing I keep telling myself. Surround yourself with like people, find great mentors in the business that you're looking to open, and just kind of have a positive outlook and keep learning and keep growing.
Very good. Wow. How about any advice for people to balance their work and their personal life?
Well, I feel like I do a good job because I work hard, but I play hard as well. It's always, you can't get this time back. So my biggest priority is my family and my children and being a good role model for them. So I try and get all of my work done, but still make sure I have time for my friends and family. And yeah, it's always going to be a balance, but you just got to do the best that you can.
I think probably with any family business, it's probably difficult.
Yeah, we're all busy, but we have to come together and do things together. So,
but you're there to help each other too.
Exactly.
It sounds like you really work well together. So,
absolutely.
So that's great. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, where does everybody find you if they're looking for you?
Okay. Well, we are located 824 Lincoln Way East. Phone number is 330-809-0461. Website is socialstonehouse.com, and you can find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, my goodness.
All the things.
Well, in closing, anything else you want to mention that I didn't talk about?
No, I don't think so. I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about social. And again, I want to thank the Massillon community for supporting me. And
yeah, I think it's really nice to be in this town where people are interested in going to those local businesses and,
absolutely,
and supporting them. So.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you and what you're doing for Massillon and the community and what your family does. And I want to thank you for coming down to the library today, Sandy.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Laura the Library Lady podcast. Be sure to check out the rest of the episodes on the Massillon Public Library's YouTube channel. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and many other podcast platforms.